Oh, look at that good.
What you say, my little stove trying to?
I like it. It's nice to come in and me be the guest for once, because normally I got to set up all the cameras, do all of the figure everything out, and just come in and be graciously hosting everything like that. I really appreciate it.
I'm so glad. Welcome to Tina's Truth once again. Oh my goodness, I'm so honored to have my baby boy Peanut with you, man. Hey, boy, this is he interviewed me, and I'm telling you, with him and what is Ty's Hebrew name now?
Ahava El Elyon.
Okay, and y'all know from T-Shirt King, the owner of T-Shirt Kings. I'm gonna get it, brother. Trust me, I'm gonna get it right. Yeah. But it is an honor. He interviewed me, and I'm gonna tell you, we connected, and we've been connected literally ever since. So please tell everybody. I know, like I said, who you are, but please let everybody know who you are and what it is that you do.
Hey, you guys, I'm Peanut, right? But
everybody knows it.
Yeah, I'm super silly, just a goofy kid. I was born and raised in Westwood, you know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to my family, man. I love my family more than anything, you know what I'm saying? They always have my back, you know, through the ups and downs, you know what I'm saying? And then now, like, they get a chance to reap the benefits of all of the hard work I'm putting in now for our future generations and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm an investor. I started off as, like, a mechanic. I ran into a guy named Keith Rim, and he taught me how to trade stocks. There's other people there as well. I can't think of the other guy. Vaughn, man, from RTA, man. Both of them really got me thinking about investing and things like that. And, you know, like during the pandemic, I saw people like just wasting their money online. And, you know what I'm saying? Where everybody was just stuck in the house not doing nothing. I chose, instead of making fun of people and just resharing nonsense, I chose to just start to teach from the corner of my apartment. So, yeah, for sure.
That's so good. You have a beautiful, beautiful heart. I mean, seriously. A couple of my friends wanted to know, you know, when I bought my first stock, which I was super excited, you were teaching me how to do that, and I'm still learning. Yeah. But that you do that, you have a book.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
And it's free, right?
Yeah. And my book is free. But listen, the reason why my book is free because I feel like it's stuff that have been taken from us. Like, this is something we should have been taught in school. I actually went to Meadowdale, and at Meadowdale, shout out to my teacher, Mr. Lawrence. He's my favorite teacher, man. I got a chance to, you know, like, show my love towards him, but it was a class called Probability and Statistics. They probably don't even teach that anymore, but that's the only teacher that kind of invested in me, and it's funny how this turns full circle, because now, you know, I get a chance to teach people the same type of stuff I learned in that class.
Okay, so you learned... You learned about
it wasn't stocks, but it's still like the same type of numbers, and to me it was like the math class that I loved. It wasn't like the math like, oh man, you feel me? It was the math that I loved.
Okay. So you said you were raised in Westwood. How old are you?
I'm 37.
And so at the meeting that we were at, I know all of you guys said that in about 10 years, you guys should be able to retire. Is that the goal?
Absolutely. And at this current moment, you know what I mean, I work for myself too. So, I mean, as long as I'm working on my goal, I'm technically already retired. I'm working and I'm really living in my purpose. So to me, I love every single thing. Like today I was at the office and this girl was like, every time I see you, you's always smiling. Like, because I mean, I'm living my purpose. I'm really happy. Like, and to be able to help other people in that process is, man, so to me, I'm not working right now.
Right.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And that is, man, I just can't even begin to tell you how, you know, extremely proud I am of you.
Thank you so much.
Just your heart and what you do. You take time out to teach, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I'm 53 and you're teaching me things on how to invest my money. It's me being an entrepreneur for the last 3 years. You know, I'm not going to lie to you. It's so scary. Because as I was sharing with you in class, that you know, a lot of my peers are retired or getting ready to retire, so they have what you call a nest egg. Me myself, you know what I'm saying, floundered my money, and then when I did have money, when I was in the streets, I did not know how to invest it at all. You understand what I'm saying? My whole life was in a disarray, so I didn't even respect money. Right. You know what I'm saying? So when the money came through my hands like that, and when people were buying houses from me, I didn't know this, that, and the third. But then, of course, you know, when the feds are involved, you know, it was just told to me, give those people their stuff before you get other people, you know, how you get housed in your mama name and all that kind of stuff. Sure. And so it's like, now I'm starting off again, and it's like I am, I'm taking the monies that I have now and learning with the help of you and your team I'm learning to invest. But I'm not gonna lie, it's still scary, because the money that I have, accumulated these years to take and try to invest it, in the back of my mind, because that's my mindset. It's not you guys. It's like, oh, what if something happened? You don't. But that's operating in fear.
Right.
And you told me that. I said, well, it was a thing that y'all was saying about money being buried.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like if you bury your money, then it's basically dead. I mean, there's no way it's gonna make any money. If you take $1 million and put it underneath your bed, which I know a lot of people wouldn't, right? But if you put it underneath your bed and you just left it there, it's not gonna draw any money, no interest. You put it inside just a bank, for example, you put it in a savings account. At least you will get, whatever, like 3% better than no percent. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's just like those principles are things that like people just didn't teach us and stuff like that. And there's other ways too that like people don't explain to you, right? So like another thing, right? It's called life insurance, right? Because to me, you know what I'm saying? Like even if you feel like, okay, I gotta get this money, the ultimate purpose is to leave it for somebody else, or like you ain't working your heart away in vain. You know what I mean? So to me, it's like if I don't get to that point to where, you know what I'm saying, I get to my multiple millions, I can make sure that if something happens to me, my family reaps the benefits of as well. So it kind of takes less pressure off of you to say, oh man, I gotta do something now, because we all want to leave something to somebody. You know what I mean? So to me, it's like, it's just certain little things like we need to safeguard ourselves or like fight through those initial feelings of, it's scary to me, but you got to think about it. I mean, people on the other side of the fence, they know that that's the only way out. You know what I mean? Like, and they make it a purpose to pay for that before they do anything else. You know what I mean? It's like they take care of that bill first. You know what I mean? It's like, and if they use that as a principle and a practice, and they the ones who are succeeding, why shouldn't we? You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Like what do you think happened? All I can remember, as long as I was been born, is my grandmother did not play. We seen an insurance man coming in our house every month. Yeah. Like we knew the man. He knew us, saw us growing up and everything. What do you think has happened with that? Where no one is investing in insurance now? It's just that every time you turn around, it's a GoFundMe, which irritates my soul. Now, because I don't know what policy they may have, but I do know that it's not that much. What you spend on eating out,
oh my God,
you could have done paid for life insurance versus getting on somewhere. My grandmother had 3 insurance policies on me, and I don't know who else probably did and still do. Right. But I'm saying she passed away, so it was brought to me because of the life I lived. So if you know that this is the lifestyle your child is living, you're not saying they're going to die, but it's a possibility. If they in these streets, it's the 2 things promised to you: penitentiary and death. Absolutely. That's period.
Absolutely.
So why wouldn't you already have something set up versus wanting everybody else to pay for your child? What do you think that is?
It's because people don't even value themselves enough to even value anybody else. Because think about this. Even if you were saying, you know what, I don't put that bad thought on my kids, right? I can understand someone saying that, right? But what you can do is put life insurance on yourself and do this thing called a child rider. That means your child is still insured up to a certain point. Like, for instance, in my case, right? You know what I'm saying? I have $300,000 if something happens to me. This ain't for y'all to be like, all right. But I'm saying is, you know what I mean? That's enough money to like my mama that had no head start like that. You know what I'm saying? So imagine my daughter, my son, you know what I'm saying? Like my son to like get that type of start. But like if something happens to them, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta worry about money GoFundMe to like bury my children because I got a child rider. So that money is gonna take care of it. They're insured. And then if I pass, then they automatically start off with a policy. So it's like that's how you set up generational wealth, man. It's not this keep on, I mean, bro, like you don't want your mom putting them tears in like a fish fry, man. Like you don't want your mom going through that.
And that's what happens. Fish fry and chicken dinners and all that. When somebody could have, while you buying, the latest Gucci belt and the Gucci. And how about just getting insurance on yourself, ballers? Right. I don't understand that where your mama don't have to. Why don't you get it yourself?
Exactly.
So, but I do know people perish from the lack of knowledge.
Absolutely.
So they don't know, but now it is ways for you to know. For instance, you can get with Peanut. Right. Period.
Thank you.
He will lead you and guide you, not only with the insurance, but even in investing your money, because he even shared with me about the bank that I didn't know. I was like, that's all I'm going to make with my money sitting in the bank? Yeah. I learned this through a meeting and got instantly pissed off. Like, I don't know what I thought. I just always knew put your money in the bank, because that's all you're taught. I didn't really know about this and that. I knew that a credit union versus a bank, I was taught, was better. But then after listening to you, it's like, no, it's still other ways that I can invest my money to get a a bigger interest rate. Okay.
Right. So to me, like, the way to explain inflation is this, right?
Excuse me, y'all. We burning up in here. Go ahead and keep talking.
Yeah. So the way to explain like inflation, think about this: you will never get gas for the same price that your parents got gas for.
That's right.
You will never get bread for the same price that your parents got bread for, right? That cost is going to continue to go up on the things you buy, right? Because taxes are going to continue to go up, right? So that is a prime example of the reason why you put inside of a bank, you're only getting 3%. It won't keep up with 7% or higher. We all see like all the rise in taxes. So, I mean, it won't even keep up with that. So just put it in the bank ain't the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to get you somewhere where you're getting around 9 to 12%. Because 12% over a long period of time, I mean, it could turn into millions, literally. You know what I mean? And this is just you sitting back, having somebody that is professional take care of that. Shout out to my bro, Sean Fields, you know what I mean? My brother Chris Lockett, you know what I'm saying? And TJ Farrow, you know what I'm saying? So, like, we're putting together something nice, and it's like, to be able to do that and help people is the ultimate prize for me, because, you know, like, a lot of people come into this game thinking like, okay, I want to do it just for money. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to do it just for money, but no, like, it's going to be that Robin Hood mentality is where, okay, I'll go over there, I'll learn it, and I come bring it back.
That's right,
I mean?
right.
So each one teach one, you know what I mean? But understand, every person is the student and the teacher. Each person is, so I can always learn from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many times, like, I'll learn from you, like, indirectly, where like, you will call me or like, text me, and then, like, you going off about something, you know what I mean? And it's like, you taught me, like, just wait a minute and let her finish what she got to say. And then by the end of the message, she done figured out, like, you know what? I was tripping right there, little bro. And I'm like, patience, right? She taught me a lot of patience. Like, but nah, I'm just kidding. But seriously.
That's a fact, though. He tells a true story, because this is Tina's truth, and
yeah.
I do. But the other day, you guys, I was at a meeting learning and just seeing Sean up there telling me about what a mutual fund is, what's the difference between this, that, and the third, and all of a sudden I just started getting overwhelmed, and I started getting nervous, I started getting irritated. It was like, I said, it really just became really real to me, like, okay, now listening to these numbers, but about the grants, I got excited about that, about the grants. Now, what is that before I go into that? The grant that you're helping people, new entrepreneurs, right?
Okay, yeah, exactly. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm helping people get their AAA certification, which is your affirmative action assurance. Once you get that certification, then your business can be put inside a thing called CityBots. Inside CityBots, you can now start to bid on government contracts. So I'm doing this free of charge at my office, right? The second certification that I'm helping you get is your minority business enterprise certification. And with that, it opens up the door for multiple things of funding, such as the MCO grant, where it ranges from $2,500 up to $25,000. If you're a woman, if you're a minority, if you're a majority woman-owned business, right? The government has $500,000, and then literally you can get it at a 3% APR finance. Now, a lot of people saying, "Man, I got to pay it back." But listen, if you're smart enough to think about the fact of, look at whatever you're paying for your car right now, right? So if you're paying for your car and your car percentage is higher than 3%, wouldn't it be smart to just say, "Okay, I'm gonna take this loan and pay my car off"?
Yes.
And assign that to like a company, like, okay, so like I purchased a vehicle for the company, you can use that money in order to do that.
Come on, boy.
So that way now you're paying your car back at 3% rather than paying it back at 12, 13, 14, whatever you paying. Only you and God know, right? I don't know what you're paying for your car right now, but at the end of the day, it's like, it's stuff like that people don't teach us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll wait till we're all the way at the bare minimum to go take a payday loan, which is like 54%. That's basically where you paying back your money and a half back.
Yes. A lot of older people got scammed doing that.
Exactly.
You're absolutely right.
Exactly.
So were you always into numbers in school? I know you said you liked math, but what type of kid were you always just on the straight and narrow? Did you venture off and see everybody hustling and be like, I want to dip into that a little bit?
All right, so, you know what I'm saying? I grew up, Peanut, Westwood. Every time you saw me, I had a basketball in my hand. Whenever you saw me, I had a basketball in my hand. I had a basketball Jones. I would just go hoop everywhere. I ran into somebody one day who remembered the story. I didn't even remember him when he was talking to me, but after he told me the story, I remember we was playing, and and the Five Oaks tournament, and they got out to the last one, and then, you know what I'm saying, we end up grudging out with them, and then, like, we won. So he saw me, he bought me a drink, like, here, man, you feel me, I owe you a drink. So it's like, I was always basketball. So, like, at Westwood, I can't speak for every other hood, but if you saw a kid with a basketball, or a football, or you know, a baseball glove, they made sure you wasn't into nothing. You know what I mean? So salute to my OGs, they made sure you wasn't into nothing. Right, like you know what I'm saying. So I grew up just focused on basketball. You know what I'm saying. Basketball turned to me getting to the girls turned to me having children early. You know what I mean. So,
how old were you?
Well, I was 16 when I had a baby on the way. Come to find out, like, that baby ended up not being mine later. But I don't have another child before I graduated high school. So when I graduated high school, I had 2 kids in my arms. I still got the pictures. Me, both my kids at the time, and my grandmother in the picture. You know what I mean? Like, so from that point is, you know, it's survival mode. It's go to work. All my dreams went to the back seat. Nah, it's time to focus on these kids. So it's time to go to work. You know what I'm saying? It's suck it up. I got turned to a grown up early.
Absolutely.
So like
no doubt.
Those type of things that, like, I teach my son, like, yo, like I'm saying, you gotta be more careful, this and that third, because I mean, he grew up like, you know what I'm saying, like a little brother, really, you know what I'm saying? Like, we were still to the same type of stuff. Like, at certain points in his life, we playing a video game together. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We watching certain, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, but that turned into, you know what I'm saying, me just having to focus on me always making sure, like, my kids are straight. So even when I was working, you know, different jobs, whatever, all was towards me getting better. You know what I'm saying? I dig into the streets at one point in my life. You know what I'm saying? But, like, that part, like, I want to highlight because it has nothing to do with,
no, that's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like, that turned into, you know what I'm saying, me thinking of, okay, I need to do something now. And then that turned into me saying, like, what job would nobody want to do? Everybody can't fix their car. So I'm like, let me go to college for, you know what I'm saying, like, automotive. And then that led to me, you know, taking it very, very serious. I'm getting on the dean's list and things of that nature. I just took it that serious. Okay. And my teacher ended up recommending me to get a paid internship. Now, at this time, you know what I'm saying, I'm struggling college student, you know what I mean? And that was better for me, because now at least, okay, now I'm getting a check also while I'm in school. So I end up going there, loving it there, and then, like, that turned into me meeting the guy who taught me how to invest, and that was literally the key.
And the rest is
Yep.
history.
Absolutely.
That is phenomenal. So let me ask you something. It was a conversation that I had with K-Red yesterday, and he was saying that he believed, like, when two people come together, that he look at the woman as being another business, and if she don't have her business in order, that he don't see them really coming together, especially marrying her, because then her background, whatever, especially if they become one, will end up, you know, messing up his business.
Right.
How do you feel about if you date a woman? Does she have to be on the same page, or you know, of course you teach everybody if she's willing to learn, but even what if she's like, you know, okay, I got it all together, but it's really not to your standards? How do you know what I mean?
Well, to me, you know what I'm saying, I always meet people where they at. You know what I'm saying? I don't really judge people in their circumstances, but to me, it's like my love language is service. So I'm always going to just be an asset to whoever I deal with. Like, so while everybody else is doing all these other things that don't really mean, I'm going to be trying to build you into something. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to show you something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? There's certain little things I'm going to put you on and stuff like that. But to me, you know what I mean? I kind of want people to be who they are. And I don't really want to influence people because sometimes, like, for instance, if you got one thing going straight and narrow and you've been in one area, by the time they get somewhere else, they may be in a whole different direction. You know what I mean? So I let people be who they are, and I just accept people for who they are. Truly.
That's a beautiful thing. You are just so wise beyond your years, and I know you hear that all the time. Yeah. And it could be because you did have to grow up fast. You didn't really, you know what I'm saying? Once your children came, you was like, all playing stops. You know what I mean? But I see you having a good time now, and you're able to, you know, live your life and doing what you do. I'm just excited about your journey, and so you're. The meeting thing, is it okay to mention that?
Yeah, absolutely.
That? Can you share a little bit about that? Because I shared it with my uncle, who's going to be a guest next week. So he's going to come.
Yeah,
so can you share with that?
So we started this thing called the Network and Chill, where, like, we literally just pull up, you know what I'm saying? We network on Mondays at 6 o'clock p.m. You know what I'm saying? We at our office downtown, you know, 5th floor kind of, you know what I'm saying, swag, you know what I'm saying? So we in there. And you know what I'm saying, we're helping people, you know what I'm saying, either work with us or learn something new. You know what I mean? So it's like, we get a chance for you to join our team. You know what I mean? If you're into that, And if you're there to grow your business, I'm there to help you. If you're there to learn financial literacy, my bro Sean is there also. And then, you know what I'm saying, we also about to start a youth mentorship program that's going to be highlighted by my cousin Chris Lockett. So, you know, like, we just trying to just help everybody. And shout out to my brand Pharaoh, you know what I'm saying? He has an art gallery called Art Has No Rules.
Oh my God, that man is
he's amazing. I mean, amazing. I mean, he literally captures light in a bottle. I'm not lying to you. You know what I mean?
It's unreal.
Yeah. So
yeah.
So when all those different elements together, man, I mean, like, I really love my team, man.
Yeah, Chris is a powerful brother.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I felt him. I mean, we had a lot in common for one thing, and then Sean, like I told you, is family, and he knows about, you know, that investing. So I can't wait to get down there. So anyway, you guys, you know, it's on Mondays. You know what I'm saying? You can come with me as a guest.
Yeah.
Come. They having a soft opening Monday.
Yes.
And it'd just be something that, because you're never too old to learn. You may think you have it all together, but I guarantee you what they're teaching you, the banker's not going to tell you.
At all.
That I know. Because I literally sat down with a teller, and when I got into that meeting, I'm like, oh, she didn't tell me all of that. For instance, can you just a little bit, not to give all of it, because you do want them to come. But remember, you were talking about the, Sean and you guys were talking. Sean was talking about your 140K.
Yeah.
And how it's different. Levels,
rates of it.
Yeah.
So for instance, so like a lot of times when you look at like a 401k, you know, so like a job will give you, you know, like a list, or, you know, so like a manifest that has different stock options on there for you to choose, right? So in your head, you're just gonna pick one that like you're familiar with, or maybe you just pick one I've had, or you know, like, you know, so like you may pick one because you like the name, right? What we can do is look at the stock, do projections on it, where we can show you how it's performed within the past 10 years or more, to show you what it can eventually do later. And, you know, like a lot of times, like, we use the same practices where we'll show you where the stock continually goes up, because, like, simple fact of, you know, inflation, rising costs, you know what I'm saying, it's in our best interest to understand that things are going to rebound, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's just all about waiting, you know what I'm saying? If I told you, how long would you wait for $1 million? I mean, what would you say about that? You know what I mean? If I just asked you that, and you would just say, okay, I just got to wait on it, yeah. You know what I mean? You're just taking your time with it. A lot of people think it's going to be fly overnight. But when it comes to 401ks, they give you different options. And if you just pick one blindly, you know what I'm saying? Like, you may get 3% of your money over, you know, your time at the job. Let's say it's 40 years, right? That'll be a whole different number if someone can make you 9%, for example. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll be double that amount. If it's 12%, you know what I mean? That thing, the fifth, what they call, like, the fifth one of the worlds, what Albert Einstein call it, is compound interest. That money flips every 6 years if you make it 12%. You know what I mean? Like, if you make it 3%, that money flips every 24 years. So it's going to take you 24 years to flip your money at 3%. And at 6%, that's, what I did, 24, then it's 12, and then it's 6.
Right.
So, yeah, so you want that 12%. So that way your money flips every 6 years.
I still go through.
That called the law of 72. Y'all can Google that if y'all think I made it.
No, I don't.
I'm being silly. I'm being silly. Like,
but no.
I'm getting podcast mode now. You know what I mean? Getting podcast mode. You know what I'm saying?
And that's also, shout out your podcast that you do.
Yeah, the Legendary People podcast, man. We've had a lot of people on there, such as Mayor Mims. We got him before he was elected mayor, so we like to say we was the reason he got elected. Nah, I'm just playing. But him, Angelina Jackson, Michael Wright, let's go, Tina Shaw, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
all of the legends, right? All legends. And your guest yesterday, he also was
K Red.
K Red, man. He has a powerful story. I think he got like 12,000 views on YouTube, man. Very, very powerful story.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, I just, it's just, like I said, I just feel so blessed to be connected. It's like, finally, you know, I'm in alignment on what I'm supposed to do here.
Alignment.
I am, you know what I mean? I know that I'm walking in my divine purpose.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying? I know that now. And what do you say to a brother now, you know what I'm saying, that is you know, in the streets? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, and He has all this money sitting around. Now, two things getting ready to happen. He getting ready, like we already said, death or jail.
Right.
But he has this money. He's not in jail yet. He hasn't
Right.
gotten in trouble. And he's just sitting on money.
Right.
You know how they say, oh, my auntie's house, or they got in this girl's name and all that old goofy stuff.
Right.
What would you suggest that they do so that they can stop and go ahead and let their money make money for them in their sleep? That would be...
Man, listen, remember this part or screen record this part, whatever you do. This is for the hood, bro. Listen, people are afraid of stocks, right? But you got to understand, they have stocks like Tesla that go up and down, right? We understand that, right? Those are like stocks that you dating, right? Like you dating that stock, you know what I'm saying? You there for a good time, not a long time, right? But there are more stable stocks out there, right? Like wifey stocks, you know what I'm saying? These stocks take care of you, right? Literally, they give you back the same energy that you're giving them. That's called a dividend, right? We all play Monopoly when we was little, you know what I'm saying? Like you land on community chest, you get a card that say bank dividend in your favor, right? A dividend is the money that a company pays you just for investing in them. What does that mean? That means if I gave you $100 and I help you start your business, right? Every time you make a sale, you're going to give me a little bit of the change, right? And you're going to continue doing that as long as my money stay with you. I'm going to continue to draw money off of that, right? It's kind of like you are the connect. You feel me? You putting people on and they paying you in return.
That's how it goes.
Right? That's called a dividend. I'm saying I'll give you a couple. McDonald's, right? Why would you not invest in McDonald's? You know, a lot of y'all take y'all kids there every single day, right?
Right.
I'm not saying that to judge y'all, right? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Kinda, right? I mean, not after 8 days, right? On the 7th day, when that 8th day, I'm calling CPS, right? I'm just playing. But you know what I mean? McDonald's, for example, that is a dividend stock. AT&T, right? So like some of y'all got AT&T phone bills, right? If you paying your phone bill, you could be making money off that as well. So Ford, a lot of y'all don't like Ford. That means that you can't make money off of it. All of these are dividend stocks, and it's like, if you understand that part of it, that, okay, I can invest in this same way you put into a savings account. This way I'm making money compound interest-wise, because as a stock is going up from $1 to $2, you're making money that way. While that money is also paying you a dividend, you're making money a second way. That's called compound interest.
Okay.
And you're making that money over and over and over again, literally your money is making babies.
So that's what you were telling me when I got the Walmart.
Y'all got the relationship records.
And yeah, they do. The Walmart and the you told me where do I shop? I told you Walmart for my cat food.
Yes.
And then it was somewhere.
Like
you asked me where the where did I get gas at?
Yes.
I told you Shell.
Yep.
So you told me to get those two things to start off with. So the other day you shared, well, last week you said, I hadn't put any money in it, you guys. So he was like, well, you basically get in. And that's just like what you get out of it. You know what I'm saying? What I'm going to get out of is what I put in. Right. So for that little bit of money I put on there, I need to start putting more on there in order to get a...
Yes and no, right?
Okay.
So my theory is you buy a good stock on a bad day, right? So let me give you an example. Let's say, I buy a stock and it's $100, right? And then I get paid again. I go back and that stock is now $200, right? So I'm not going to buy it on that day, right? But if it is $99, if it's $98, if it's below what I already paid for it, I will buy more at that point. I wouldn't buy more of it when it goes up.
Okay.
Like a lot of people make that mistake, right? But if you think about buying stocks the same way you buy gas, then it makes sense, right? If I see the lower price, I'm going to fill my tank up.
Right. That's a good analogy.
Right? And then if it's too high, you like, you know what? I can wait till tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe it'll come down soon. If you buy stocks the same way you buy gas, man,
there you go.
Man, you halfway there. If you buy stocks the same way you buy gas, you halfway there. If you buy stocks that you already go and buy from already, you already halfway there, because not only are you supporting it, right, which raise the earnings, because a lot of times a stock will be right off the earnings. So if everybody, I'll give you a prime example. We all know this every single year. We know this every single year, right? That Thanksgiving is coming around, right? We all know what comes after Thanksgiving.
Christmas.
No, Black Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Where are some people going to be at on Black Friday?
Walmart. That's where my money at.
This is why my book is free. I'm teaching people what they should already know. It just, to put things to proper perspective, I teach people to be a capitalist, not a victim. And like, that's why it's capitalist. I'm not saying capitalism. I'm just saying be capitalists and not victims. Literally to a point where you are now investing in these companies because instead of them just making money off of you. If you keep running aside there, like Imagine having a coupon and you just the person that's just too proud to use your coupon. You just gonna keep going inside there paying full price.
Right.
You too proud to use your coupon? Nah, you feel me? We from the hood, right? I'm gonna get my coupon. I own stock in this company. I'm making money off of it. I'm getting money right back. I put my dollar in there and I'm getting back 10 cents every time I put my dollar in there.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, and to me, once you get a little record or something like that, right? In some of these places, you can't even work at, right? But you can invest in it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So
you will lose your mind if you pull your phone out and look how cheap Rolls Royce stock is right now. You will lose your mind. It's less than $10. Rolls Royce, but all right.
They need to get with him. You need to sit down and get with this man. This is why I'm telling you I'm invested. Because I look at it like I've wasted so much money doing the stupidest thing. And then also, we spending money on, well, my thing is, what's the thing I'm always on? Amazon.
Don't that make sense?
Why wouldn't I invest or buy some stock in Amazon knowing that I'm addicted to it.
How many boxes of Amazon you had at this house last
That's
week?
what I'm saying. You feel what I'm saying? One came today. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, I'm telling you, I just really want, they did. It did. It came today. I really have been fasting on it. Like, this is getting too, because it's too easy for me. I don't have to get up and go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Which was what it was designed for.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it was designed to do. So why do you think we as a people, that you'll have this knowledge that you give them for free, and still some people will not even call you or inbox you, or what is that?
I just think,
and it's free.
I just think, because to me, right, like I also do a podcast, right? So, I'll do a video live about how somebody can make $500,000 by just filling out some paperwork, and it may get 30 views, right? On the podcast side, I'll do a podcast about something ratchet going on and the whole city on there, right? It's all about a focus. It's all about people's focus. You know what I mean? And it took some time for me to get out of that. So I also understand it. So I always want to give grace but at least I'll be the person that whispered it to you once. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll be Vaughn at RTA, or you'll be Keith Rim, like that person who said it for. I'll be the person who said it for the last time.
Okay.
And then you repeat the cycle, and then you go off, and then you teach, and then you help the people, you help your family.
Right.
That's my goal. You know what I'm saying? It's not for everybody to say, oh yeah, Peanut. Nah, it's for us to reverse stuff around, because you got to think about this, man. Like a lot of y'all have kids, right? And to me, you know what I'm saying? I got 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? I got an adult and 2 kids. I was like I said, they was like, no, your kids are always kids. But no, like, if I want my son or daughter to have a better mate when they potentially grow up, why wouldn't I want to improve the areas that they're going to be around? You know what I'm saying? Like the environment. Like I know we all say, I'm getting some money and I'm going to move away. Why not sit here and improve the area so you can be proud of where you're from? And, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing like Dayton to me. I love Dayton.
Man.
And, I want to make it better for the parents so they can make it better for the children. By the way, I made a better atmosphere for my kids to thrive in.
Absolutely, yeah.
So it's all about focus, man.
It really is.
Mm-hmm.
It is. So and then they call this hating Dayton.
Yeah.
You feel like people hate a lot here?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like people only hate on you in a certain way if you like give them in certain ways you can be tactful and, you know what I'm saying, like not put yourself in a predicament where people will perceive you in a displeasing manner to start with, right? Mm-hmm. So if you're not being a person that's being overly disrespectful to people, you carry yourself with a certain level of honor, you walk around, you respect everybody, you open the door for people, you help people out, you don't really get the direct hate. I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there that just is a I hate Peanut fan, right? But it wouldn't sound cool to hate somebody that only help everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So to me, I don't really look at that because, you know what I'm saying, I only operate on this positive energy. Man, I run into some of the most brilliant, smartest, like successful people by like I'm telling you, and this is what I built the whole Network and Chill on, is all these business friendships that have turned into business deals and things of that nature. And that's why I want to really build this up, because You know, there's a lot of people I know, from the mayor all the way down to whoever you want to put into that spectrum. You know, these are things that gonna benefit everybody, because nobody gonna say, "Hey, Peanut didn't connect me with this person." No, you can come get connected yourself. You're gonna be right there. You're gonna be able to be right in front of that person.
You do that.
And that way you beat the yellow tape. It's no more, oh man, because I remember I want the cosign. So now everybody want Peanut to be the cosign. No, you come in the same room and meet this person. Do your elevator pitch.
Yeah, the elevator pitch that I learned, from that one guy, the Littell, I think Littell, is that his last name?
Littell, man. Shout out to him, man.
Yeah, he really shared that with me. So what does Peanut do every day that you know, what is your regimen every day when you get up? What did you do? You do your affirmations? Do you do yoga? What do you do? Okay, so it's this song that plays to wake me up every morning, and I'm not kidding, right? And it plays, and it's
Y'all have
really...
to go to my YouTube channel to get the rest.
No, that's right.
Okay, go ahead, brother.
So, you know what I'm saying? It's this music that I listen to every single morning. It's kind of like my alarm that wakes me up. You know what I mean? It's like very, very positive words already. You know what I mean? It kind of gets me started. At this point, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting ready to go shuffle the kids to school and things of that nature. You know what I mean? Like, after I get done shuffling the kids to school, that's when my day starts. You know, I get a chance to shower and get everything together. So a lot of y'all see me out in these streets looking crazy in the morning, right? I do not look like this. Like, I was like, you look like the Peanut person. Like, nah, this ain't me today. This ain't me. I'm here with the hood on.
Right.
But nah, like, so after then, I'll go back to the house. I get myself together. You know what I'm saying? I'll start working through whatever clients that I have scheduled for that day. I may be already studying while I'm doing other things of the person that I'm about to interview for that day. I'm setting up interviews. I literally make 48 hours out of 24 hours. Like I can tell you half of my day of me doing laundry and me taking the kids to school, me going to the grocery store, me cooking sometimes, and still on top of that, I'm still doing a meeting, or I'm still booking clients. I'm still, you know, uploading content, editing content, my other stuff I got going on. Like, I mean, the day is just filled with a whole bunch of things that are scheduled from weeks before. So a lot of times I don't be like, nah, I can't do it. It'd be like, I'm booked for like weeks on end sometimes. Yeah. So a lot of times just working through those processes while I'm still continuing to help others, but still build myself within the process. Did
you have this example in your father? I
would say it's a mixture of all of my family, man. Like, I was grandma's baby, you know what I'm saying? R.I.P. to my grandmother, Annie Bonaparte, man. Like, very, very powerful. I mean, she wasn't nothing but 4 foot nothing, man, but mighty with her voice. You know what I'm saying? She was literally, you know, so like a community activist. She was a big, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was a big deal when it came to politics and stuff like that.
Okay.
Dean Lovelace, I swear.
That's my friend Leslie's dad.
Yeah, so like I would go from seeing Dean Lovelace on TV to me waking up on like.
Get down, boy. Get down.
I like cats, but yeah. But yeah, so like I literally go from watching Dean Lovelace, you know what I'm saying, on TV to waking up and Dean Lovelace is inside my mom's, I mean, you know what I'm saying, it's in my grandmother's living room, and she's talking to him, or I watch Ron McLean or seeing her newspaper, and then Ron McLean's over my grandmother's house.
Okay.
Yeah, stuff like that. So to me, it was always like that connection to like big people was always just a normal thing. It never was like, you know, I mean, like from Dayton, you know what I'm saying? We got type of swag or whatever. We're like, we don't never feel like we ain't a star ourselves. But
I know.
Yeah, and I've only known this from everybody I've interviewed. I mean, it's always like a kind of like a Dayton trait. So, hating Dayton, we also got this fly thing about it.
Yes, we do. Yeah. That Dayton trip, baby.
For sure. There you go. That's a good plug right there. So I really was grandma's baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, my grandmother was like weed and seed programs, and we actually won Neighborhood of the Year award because my grandmother showed me how to like rebuild computers. Well, she didn't show me. It was some guy that was with her showed me how to rebuild computers. It's funny we talked about this yesterday on the podcast with Kimmo.
Yeah.
And I learned how to like rebuild computers. So I would have like Frankenstein computers. I would just like make it for little kids. I actually made my own, and we ended up winning like the Neighborhood of the Year award. We had to fly out to Pittsburgh, and I just remember that whole experience of like my grandmother.
Yeah.
So I experienced that as a kid.
Seeds was planted, Peanut. You had seeds planted, and now they're flourishing. So see, she's gone on, but yet her seed and her prayers are still going forth. And that's powerful.
Yeah.
That is powerful because everyone doesn't, you know, a lot of people don't have that. They didn't have that grandmother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some people's grandmother, they just didn't have them in their life. Either they were gone or some people's grandmothers just, you know, did not have that knowledge, nor did they have the time to really put into their own kid. And that's a story. Right. You know what I'm saying? It really is. I've heard so much of it. I was a foster parent, and so to know that there are a lot of children that don't even know who their parents are, right, or grandparents. You know what I'm saying? And then they did. A lot of them got taken away from the grandmother. She did try to take all the kids, but it became overwhelming. She got older. She couldn't take them all, so they all got dispersed different places. And so they carry around that trauma. You know what I'm saying? And so, you're a very blessed man to have had your grandmother there. You know, it take a village, and that's, you know, people say that as a cliche, but it's for real.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It does take a village. I was blessed with, you know, a godmother, a spiritual mother, and I think 2 spiritual mothers that helped me as a grown woman. You know what I'm saying? You know, and they're gone. And so it's kind of like now it feels weird. Now I'm blessed to still have my mother here, but I don't have those other women that helped mold and make me into the woman that I am now. But their prayers went forth and look at me now.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm a prime example of it's not where you start, but it's where you end at.
Absolutely.
And hard work and dedication is definitely the key to going forth. You know what I'm saying? So why are you single? You a man like this that's
well, you feel me? I am spoken for. You know, I'm not married, but I'm spoken for. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the type of person where I'm saying, I post my business, not my business.
Well, that's beautiful though, because your business not your business. I hear you. I hear you. Okay, that's a blessing though. Well, good for her. For sure. She got to be a beautiful sister for you to have. That makes my heart so happy. I'm really happy for you, because I was going to say, there's a brother like you, like they say about women. You know how you hear me like, why you sing? That's what I'm saying on the women's thing. Like, this is what we looking for. You're kind. You know, you're about your business. You take care of your children. You love your mom. You know, your family, your brothers, and all of that. So oh my God, Nut. I'm just so honored, man, just to know you and all these things. So listen, so we've covered, you know, about the stocks and bonds that I want people to definitely get with you, and we've plugged in that. What is your vision thus far? I know y'all trying to expect, I'm saying for you yourself. I know you with your team, but what is your vision? What else would you like to do? Because let me just say this, what y'all doing is getting ready to be global. And I know y'all know that, but it's so big.
Right, yeah.
That vision y'all got, man, is nothing but God ordained.
Right.
This was, you know, predestined before the foundation of the world. He already knew this was gonna be, is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And like I was talking about alignment, when you got alignment, that brother got alignment, now all of y'all come together and it's a powerhouse. You know what I'm saying? So what is it that Peanut want is what is your next vision? You do the podcast, you do the investing, you with the team. Now what?
I mean, to me, you know, I want to honor what my grandmother started, man. I remember I was asked that same exact question when I interviewed Ron McGlynn, and I had Ron McGlynn there, and my grandmother, you know, was very, very powerful. She helped build Rutt's Eatery. She helped, you know what I'm saying? She made sure that Rutt's drive-thru had a laundromat there. So even today, when you go back there, you see a laundromat. My grandmother's direct reason why. And this ain't just what she told me. I really ran into the owner after my grandmother passed, and he reconfirmed that. You know what I'm saying? She said, you know, all these different rules are still in place today, where like the only place that can sell alcohol is right there at Rutt's until after my grandmother passed. Now the Dollar General on the corner does. But at first, my grandmother made the proclamation that all in one can't sell alcohol. Stuff like that. Like my grandmother is so powerful. So what I want to do is that corner right there is like a park there. I really want to get that condition. I want that named after my grandmother. That's what I want to do.
Oh, no, that's beautiful. So, it's gonna get done.
Yeah, for sure.
I already know you. It's gonna get done. You're gonna get it done. You are gonna get. She would be so. She is. I'm not gonna say. Well, she would. She is definitely proud of you. So, what about mentoring?
Okay, yeah. So also, you know what I'm saying. With my partners, Chris Locke and C Locke, he's putting together, you know what I'm saying, like a mentorship program, and we're trying to frame it up the right way, so you know what I'm saying, we can do it in the correct manner, so everything is taken care of. So we're still putting together the final pieces for that. But ultimately, you know what I'm saying, we want to be able to mentor these young black boys to get them on code. That way, you know what I'm saying, we are starting to teach them. Like, I mean, I remember one time I was walking into a store, and I seen like a young kid just on his phone watching some elderly lady just have to pull the door open and walk in there. You know, I wasn't raised like that. So we want to teach them manners, you know what I'm saying? Like teach them financial literacy, get them ready for the real world, because I mean, like we're only choosing the best and the bright, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't want to waste our time.
That's right.
Because I mean, honestly, I mean, like we want the best of the best. And we already have one kid, so it really came because this one, your manager, what was it? Who is your
my
your
goddaughter? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she kind of started the program. I ain't gonna lie, right? Because she asked me originally, I was like, man, I got a lot on my plate right now. I really can't do it. But she was so determined that on the second meeting, she brought her baby in there, like, here.
Yes, she did.
And I salute her for that. I mean, salute to her because that was like, you know what?
She said she asked you, and you told her to bring them up.
Yep. So I mean, like,
Kamora the boss, shout out, baby.
For sure. So I mean, I really appreciate that energy. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna put that energy into your son, and we tell him that he can bring a friend. So you know, if he sees somebody that got some bright spots, he could come in. So we can help them, man. And if we just and as my grandmother used to say, man, whenever we had to clean up, if everybody do a little, nobody got to do a lot.
That's what I say for Safe Haven Cleaning. Don't forget about that. I say the same thing as Safe Haven Cleaning Company. I'm going to always plug me.
You are good at getting your sponsors.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you, anytime I try to get it, I try to put it on in there. But I tell my team, because I'm nothing without them, right? Mm-hmm. I literally have to train at every person because I have a different person each time. Mm-hmm. I'm not at this point. I don't have the same employees, the same team players. So I have to train, because some people, it doesn't matter how old they are, have never cleaned the way that I like things to be clean. Mm-hmm. You understand? So with that being said, I tell them, if we all do something, nobody has to do a lot, and we can get on up out of here, and then you get paid, and everybody happy. You understand? My customer is happy that we're not in their house for hours and hours. They want it done, but they kind of want you to, come on and get it done, but get it done right. So yeah, that's powerful that your grandmother said that. And my granny, what sticks with me is always be a good listener, because I like to talk. Right. And I just always felt like what I had to say was important, and it was, because I've always been the one with my family that would like to negotiate when everybody was at odds. I would be the little girl, literally, like 10, and with my parents, with my family, when everything was volatile, I would always be that calm little voice looking at them from the outside, like, it's you if you would be quiet, and they would let me do that. And so I look at what I'm doing now, having my women's and men's empowerment. Things of those things.
Which is powerful, well needed.
Yeah, and so, and that's been great. But I see that now, but she always say, be a good listener. And then in the game I learned, if you listen long enough, a person will tell you who they are. So if you listen long enough, you don't have to do a whole lot of inquiring. Let them talk. You'll see. But the thing that I didn't do is when people showed me who they were, I didn't believe them. So what do you, like you said, y'all don't waste time. So as soon as somebody come in and they like, oh yeah, Nut, I'm with this. I want to immediately, once y'all start,
it'll shine
go ahead, it's okay.
Brody God. I'm on a podcast right now, bro. I'm live right now, bro. So take a point away from you, Sean. Take a point away from you. For the second day in a row. For sure, Brody God. I'm going to call you, bro. All right, bet. Bless. Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry about that, John. Sorry.
That's all right. Yeah. This team is true. I don't have no certain format. It's just ad-libbing the same way my personality is. You don't never know. You see me telling cats get out of here and all
I love cats too, by the way.
But it's cool, but I'm saying they always trying to photobomb and be in the interview like somebody talking to them. But what was we saying, dang on it? I don't forget. I was talking about a good listener. Being a good listener, you know what I'm saying? And learning, you learn from people. Not believing them. Yeah. I know me, myself, always would say, when they show me who they were, they da-da-da-da-da, make up excuses. No. Today, if you show me who you are, I believe you, and I'm moving on, especially if it's not anything that's enhancing me, because I believe you can either subtract from me or be an addition. You can't make me happy, but you can enhance my happiness.
For sure.
You feel me? And the day it looked like you subtracting, I can't deal with that, because I done did that too long, Peanut.
Right.
Throughout my life, I done gave, it's the scripture say I done threw my swine before threw my pearls before swine. They trampled all over my pearls. You dig? So I don't have that time no more. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? For instance, when they old folks used to say, "Why buy the cow when you getting the milk for free?" See, I'm not doing that. I was doing all kind of wifely stuff, even though I've been married twice. Yeah. But I done did a lot of wifely things with niggas that wasn't even deserving of it, and they wasn't even my husband.
Now, to me, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? I've always been like, ever since I was little, like my mother, like, made sure we respected. Plus, it was life lessons that made me love to respect them. You know what I'm saying? I grew up, you know what I'm saying? Hear my mother call certain names. And I didn't like that at all, so I didn't even put that into my vocabulary. So I'm purposely to say is like I've always been at like a certain level that where like Jordan plays his best every time he on the court. So every relationship, I'm gonna be the best version of myself. You know what I'm saying? And it's not to say, okay, I'm gonna be a lesser version of myself because that person ain't you know what I'm saying? Like that person ain't my wife. I'm always gonna be like that person that's gonna always try my best. So now it don't hurt if things don't work out, because it's not like, oh, I put all my all in. It's like, I'm supposed to. You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm supposed to put 100 in. It's not 50-50, it's 100. I'll just do my 100, and if we don't work out in the midst of that,
we just don't work out.
We just don't work out. We go our separate ways, and for this reason, like, I ain't got no problem with none of my exes. Like, we literally all cool. Like, not like that. Like, we're like, yo, like, let's all kick it tomorrow.
No,
but,
I know what you
I'm
mean.
Saying? Like, it's all cordial.
Y'all respect one another.
Absolutely.
I see what you're saying. I just feel like I gave 100. This is what I mean for me. When you're being loyal, and then you got to realize the kind of guys I dated too that was in the streets. They say more money, more problems, but that just depends on them. Right. Because you can still have money and not cheat. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure it's women that you're a nice looking man, but it's up to you whether or not you're gonna deal with it. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. That's a choice. And so that's what I'm saying. You don't want me to do anything, but you're doing it. You feel me? Yeah. And I'm being faithful to an unfaithful person. So that's what I mean by, I'm not being bothered with, and not that I knew about it, but when I found out about it and I gave chance after chance again, when I should have at that moment, it was my choice. They didn't have a gun in my head saying, you better stay, even though that has happened too, which, in your interview that has happened. But I'm saying in most cases, I stayed. And I was just sharing with actually my goddaughter, I was telling her I no longer badmouth any of my exes, no matter how horrific it was, because at the end of the day, I had a choice to stay or leave. Exactly. I chose to stay. And the question is, why did I stay? Yeah. So you've always had this in you to give that 100%.
Well, and then also it's like my perception of like relationships is probably different from most people's scopes of relationship. Like, okay. I don't feel that like love means possession. Like I feel the complete opposite. I feel like love means I want you to be the best version of you, even that's not with me or not. Like I really want you to flourish, right? Yes. So anything that you are into, I'm into, or I'm gonna support you doing it. And if that's me having to do X, Y, Z, so you can go chase that, then that's what I'll do. I'll grit and bear to do it. But it's like, but then on the opposite end of that, you know what I'm saying? It comes off kind of weird to people when it's like, how does people feel about cheating? I don't feel the same way other people feel about cheating when it comes to like the difference in the the difference between a man and a girl cheating. Okay. I feel like God gave you free will, and I should not be a person that should restrict you for what you want to do, because at the end of the day, I don't want to be one day you have that resentment towards me saying, if I wasn't with Peanut, I could have. I will go ahead and see if Drake would have chose you and you'd be off happy. I'm pretty sure you probably still be sitting right here thinking of Drake or whatever, but I'm not saying like I'm digging chick that date Drake.
Right. Yeah, I understand.
Hashtag that, y'all. But to me, I just feel as though I do not control that person's wants, their desires, and a lot of times they're just wants and desires, and then like that's why you see somebody that be together for 50 years, or like Tom Brady, after all those years,
oh my God,
they getting a divorce. You know what I mean? Because you suppress those desires that you had. I'm not saying that that's their situation. I'm just saying that a woman would be like, man, I like they would start to resent you for loving you through that, when you can just be like, he's free to go chase football because that's what he loves to do. But I need to love him through it. If I unconditionally love you, I can't then put conditions on it.
Yes, that's a powerful statement.
Mm-hmm.
So what is your are you like, well, I asked you what your regimen was in the morning. So are you the type of brother, do you read the scriptures? Do you pray every morning? Is that your faith? Is that what you do?
So I kind of do like positive words of affirmation. I've read the book so many times. I mean, I've read the Bible so many times. Like, honestly, like, I mean, I can tell you the last words of the Bible. I mean, which kind of, I'm not saying turn me away from the Bible, but it makes me look at it with a different, like, objective view. And I'm not saying nothing wrong with that, but like the last words of the Bible is anybody who alters or changes these words are damned to hell. You can look it up, the last words in the Bible.
Yeah, I know what is that. Yeah.
So, but on the front of the book it says revised by King James. So that's been somebody altered, changed it. So,
right.
but I'm not saying that. So, because there are so many different stories in there that I find inspiration. Like the story of Job is my favorite. Story in the Bible, because like whenever I'm going through something, you know, I think about it, because you know, if you on a positive path, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have a lot of things bad pop up in your way, and that story helps you get through it. But like another thing that helped me get through it, again, is another grandmother quote was, there are no roadblocks on a righteous path. So as long as I'm moving and, you know what I'm saying, in the right direction, everything else is going to be taken care of. It's going to be temporary problems. It's going to be, okay, I got to wait till this week to pay this. I need to wait till that and third to do this. I need to wait till this or that and third happen. A lot of times the roadblocks just be stuff where you're just waiting for time to change.
Yes, that's a powerful statement. But let me tell you something. This is like, I already knew it was going to be this anyway. I'm getting off of here because I'm getting ready to invest some more money in my stock. So, honey, you know, y'all can sit back. Like I told him, I'm 53. I don't have a lot of time to be bullshit. I just don't. I really don't. I mean, and nobody should. I mean, because we don't really know the day nor the hour when we gonna check up out of here. I know that when I leave here, I want my mark. I know that I'm a servant at heart. That's what I do. I'm about to start back feeding the homeless. I'm getting ready to share that with everybody. This is what I do, and that's when I'm at my best. Like he said, he's at his best. That's what he loves to do, to give back. He go learn like the Robin Hood, and he comes back to the community. It is up for us to change the narrative as Black people. You know, you see it's free. Y'all usually go anything else that's free. You're asking to get in for free. You won't patronize unless somebody gives something for free. So get some free knowledge. You know, it's sad when they say if you want to hide something from a Black person, put it in a book. See, that's insanity to me. And doing the same thing, expecting different results, is the definition of insanity. This brother here is literally, I call him, I have another friend named Karen Brames. She's a professor at St. Clair, but listen, I call her a walking history book. This woman is so powerful, so smart, just brilliant, you know, and she and I talked about all type of things that I'm talking with him about, and I was asking her, why is it that you think that that no one, my brother in penitentiary, then we'll leave with this. I'm gonna say this, then we'll end it with this. My brother who was incarcerated said, you know, I'm in here with the percenters, I'm with, and there was some 5% Muslims. He said, you know, witnesses. I'm in here with the Hebrew Israelite. I'm in here with some brothers, you know, Black Power, all of that. He said, and I'm listening to them. And he said, and I'm not saying we're not great as a people. He said, but what I want to know is, if we so damn great, and this is exactly what he said, and I quote, if we so damn great, then why the fuck ain't nobody knocked them off their throne yet?
Yeah.
What say you?
Man, that's powerful. And to me, it's because, you know, like Amaha Selassie said, you know, and we look at our lives not as just singular beings, right? We look at this thing as a shared future. That means my future is dependent on your future. Your future is dependent on my future. Your kids, you know what I'm saying, being, you know what I'm saying, raised in a good environment is good for my kids and things of that nature. We start thinking of this shared future. You know, then we can start to build certain things, because that's what's prominent in these other places. So shout out to Ye, you know what I'm saying? If you listen to the full interview, he's literally highlighting the things that he is admiring about the Jewish people, but they cut that part out. But he basically said, you know, I want my like community to be known for doing great business. I want my community to be, you know what I'm saying, you know, it's like a place where a person is marrying and they're standing together for the kids. I want my place to be these certain things that he admires in the Jewish community. It's something I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, articulate in a different way. So as long as, you know, I'm putting that good seed out there, you putting that good seed out there, you know, eventually we'll have a whole forest of greatness. You know what I mean? Like we can literally rebuild Black Wall Street. You know what I mean? If everybody is taking it serious. I mean, like one of the heartbreaking stories. That's the last one I'm saying when we stop.
That's fine. We still got it. It's not even an hour yet.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah. So it was a lady who lost all her kids to gun violence in Chicago, and I always think about that.
Oh God, yeah.
Like and I think she had six or more kids, right? Now, if she just, and I'm not saying this to say, okay, hindsight 2020. I'm not saying she had the money for this and the third, but if after the second child she would have ensured, to make sure everybody's straight, she could have saved the other 3 children by having the money to move out of that neighborhood at least. Yeah. You know what I mean? So as long as we are starting to, tell people like, if you got a kid that's out there in the streets, I'm saying you need to be talking to them, mentoring them, but also praying for them. You know what I'm saying? Putting positive energy into them, putting them in positive predicaments, such as bringing them down to a place that provide mentorship. But if all else fails, you need to be making sure they insured. That way, you ain't gritting the bear off of, that. And then you get a chance to, help whoever you can with that. At least, you are doing something positive and not just sitting back, not doing anything at all. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? It's the government's fault. It's everybody's fault.
But right. Yeah, the woe is me thing.
Yeah.
That's why I say it's not a me thing, it's a we thing, because if I didn't have you, I wouldn't be having this interview. But I wouldn't even be able to share with my family. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're in a good space, because your grandma planted that seed in your life. You understand what I'm saying? And now you're sharing it with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And now we're together.
Exactly.
And then I'm going to share with somebody else, and I'm going to keep turning them on and keep referring. Because, they say that crab mentality don't want to see nobody. If we all, it's a scripture that says if we both in the ditch, who going to get the other one out? Somebody got to be on the out to reach back in. But a lot of times when people get out, they go on the other way.
Exactly.
Like you were saying, indirect, direct about the hood. And all Westwood looks a mess. Yeah. I didn't grow up with Westwood looking like that.
Me neither.
Westwood was a very, very nice neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it was Trotwood, but it was nice, and they had money. That it was a lot of GM workers there. My dad owned his own construction company. I mean, I didn't go into no dirty houses. I'm just saying, me personally, my friends, they all had. So I look, and that's what I want to do. This is why I'm getting with Peanut. I want to get me together, so when my brother comes home from not one property, I want to have property so that he can get ahead of the game and have a fair chance that he did not have, because he'll be almost 50-something years old, 57, I think, when he come home, if he don't get the early release, so he can get in line with Peanut. Yeah. So that's what I want. This is what I want. I want to own property, and if I listen to him and his team, I'm going to have that. It's all about me, and it's about the life. If I don't want to keep going to the thing every Monday, but I went to the club every weekend. Feel me? Wasn't putting nothing back. I was putting money into the VFW and all the other clubs, and Pookie and them got the bootleg joint. No, I'm gonna put my money, and if they do charge, so what? You don't even question when it's another race. You don't question nothing. When I tell a person about my price, oh, that's too high, but you don't tell the other race nothing. You go with it. You don't even question it.
With a whole Gucci bag on your arm.
All that.
An authentic Gucci bag saying, that's too much.
Exactly. And paying all kind of thousands of dollars for a lace front or whatever you call them now. I don't even, a frontal. You know what I'm saying? So let's just do better. Let's just do better. I'm a servant. He's a servant. We're here to help you any way we can. Absolutely. Please, this will not be my last time with him, because as he grows, I want to continue to have him on here to let everybody know, because it's so needed. This was I love all of my interviews, but this one just almost has me in tears. I think because it's so deep in my heart and it's so real. Not that the other ones weren't, but I'm saying this is about our life and can change our life. Look him up. Plug yourself in one more time.
Yeah, it's Peanut Johnson on Facebook. Dash Resource is my business on there. So if you type in Dash Resource anywhere now, I actually just got verified. You know what I'm saying? I got my blue check on Google. So
go ahead, boy.
So if you just Google me, everything's fine. They're gonna direct you to my book, things of that nature. So, and the book is free. But yeah, I also want to plug what's his name? Your Realtor in Blue, Tony Holmes. She's putting together something as well. I want to shout out everybody that's making a wave, and what I'm saying, like they're doing their things. Shout out to this cat. Everybody know I love cats, our therapy cat. But yeah, but also say like look out for that program. They got 0 down opportunities for you to get homes. There's a program going on right now for first-time home buyers. So man, like looking at that, and I'm pretty sure I'll be posting something about that because she got an event coming up where she's gonna teach you the same way for free. And this is what I mean when you operating on that high level of this serving and doing
high
great
frequency,
things,
yes.
you're gonna run into some of the most brilliant people in the
You
whole
are.
wide world. And shout out to her because that's the only realtor I know. You're a realtor in blue. Shout out to Tony Hall.
All right, love y'all. Have a blessed day on purpose with the purpose. Take care.